Hi, and welcome back to Everyday Wellness. Today's topic, good and bad carbs. We all love them, right? They're so good, but we can still have them just by picking the right one. So today I hope to help you figure out what a good and a bad carb really is. So let's just get started with bread. Okay, so many times people love to have a sandwich or have a roll with their meal. This can add a lot of weight to our bodies if we're choosing the wrong ones and the wrong portion. So in a day's time, really on the carbohydrate end of things, we should only be having maybe 2 to 3, possibly 4, depending on your body size, of a carb, a serving of a carb. And a serving is a half cup. Okay, so it's a pretty small amount. A slice of bread is a serving. So you can see how maybe you could go overboard in a day's time if you're choosing too many. And if we're choosing too many of the bad carbs, it stores in our body as fat. So it's very hard to take all that weight off then. Carbs do give us energy, and that's why we want to pick the right ones if we're going to pick them at all right? So in our carb world, we have so many choices, and I have a lot of different bread choices here in front of me. Let's start with the better types. I have a whole grain sprouted wrap here in front of me. I got this at Fresh Time Market. This is such a good choice. It has 4 grams of fiber, 21 grams of whole grains, 5 grams of protein, and only 100 calories if you're kind of counting your calories. But all of that is said on the front of the package. When you turn it around is where it really gives you all the good details. On the ingredients, my first ingredient is sprouted whole grains, okay? And then usually on bread choices, it goes into parentheses of really what type of grains that is, and it keeps telling me exactly what I want to see on whole grain products, okay? And then, if you're trying to go gluten-free, this is a wheat product, so this would not be gluten-free because it does contain wheat. But the really good choices of whole grain product, okay? So this would be a great choice. Now, these you can find at Aldi's, and on the package you see 100% whole wheat, okay? So that's a good start. If we flip it over, how's it look on the flip side? I do have these in my household, evidently, right? I have them right here in front of me. But they're not the best choice, okay? It says 100% whole wheat, which is awesome, but then my second ingredient is vegetable shortening, soybean oil. So not the perfect choice if you're looking for a good healthy wrap. I would go more on the sprouted grains. These are gonna be so much healthier for your family. Okay, if we move into white bread, I have just a regular hot dog bun here, a white hot dog bun. I got a secret to share with you. When you're eating a processed wheat product like this or a bread product, this is a bad carb, because what you're really doing when you're eating a product like this or a slice of white bread or a slice of wheat bread that has been stripped of all of its nutrients, you're really just taking in sugar. Okay, this is what it boils down to. So if I consume this, it's like consuming table sugar. Pretty disgusting if you ask me. So again, when you're looking at your labels, you really want to see what type of grains you're taking in, if you're going to take them in at all, okay? So instead of a hot dog bun, just eat the hot dog. Or instead of using a piece of bread, maybe use no bread or lettuce or a good healthier choice instead, okay? So I have some whole wheat bagels in front of me as well. Better, but as you look down the ingredient list, and I'll show some of these in more detail, you'll see that there's a whole bunch of other junk in it. So really be mindful. If you're going to go for it, go for the good stuff. Ezekiel bread is another great product that I have on hand. Usually I store it in my freezer. One, I put it in my freezer so that I don't grab so many pieces, and it'll stay longer too, but that's a great sprouted grain choice, okay? Let's move on into crackers. Again, we all get trained to want and crave these carbohydrates, and it is definitely a chemical reaction going in our brains, but we can start to eliminate that craving by choosing really good high fiber choices. So this cracker, on the front cover, it says whole wheat, okay? That drew my eye to it. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a great choice. At least if we're gonna need a little cracker choice, we've got whole wheat. All right, let's look at the label. unbleached enriched flour, wheat flour, whole grain wheat flour. But this is where it gets interesting. So I'm moving down the list. Now it's talking canola oil, sugar, palm oil, leavening, high fructose corn syrup. If you ever see this on your labels, put it back or throw it away. Like right now, I'm going to throw this away. This is ridiculous that it even contains that. Why? Whenever you have that product in your foods, it is like throwing trash into your body. Your body doesn't recognize it, and it's not going to thank you for it. Okay, moving on to cereals. Reading label on cereals is super important because of all the different chemicals and additives that can be placed in it. This brand came from Fresh Time Market. It's an organic peanut butter dots, monster dots. Okay, so on the front label, it's telling me all kinds of great things. You know, it's vegetarian, it's low fat, it's organic. I mean, some of these great words are being told. I flip it over to my ingredients. I'm still liking what I see. Organic corn, organic cane sugar, organic peanut butter. It gives me the ingredients of the peanut butter, and it's just peanuts and salt. Whole grain oats, organic rice, and that's really it. That's all. So I like this idea of a cereal. And again, my kids don't get cereal necessarily all the time, but this is something that we reach for. All right, what about the good old macaroni and cheese? Okay, I've got 4 children. I'm going to feed them macaroni and cheese. And so we switched a long time ago from Kraft to this Annie's brand. But now I'm going to share with you that not all Annie's brands are created equal. Okay, so when I look at this label, it says organic, and it's going to have all this other stuff down here. No artificial colors or preservatives. Organic cheese, come from pasture raised. Oh my gosh, all this great stuff, listed here. I'm loving it. I turn it over for the ingredients: organic wheat flour, organic dried cheddar cheese, but it doesn't necessarily say that it's whole wheat. Okay, so when I look into the fiber content, it's 4 grams, and it's 5 grams in a whole wheat. So look at this label. Whole wheat pasta, that's what I'm looking for. And it tells me all the other good stuff that I saw on the other label. So it's just funny how you got a better product even though it's the same brand. Okay, so really watching labels is helpful. All right, another good snack thing that we have in our house, and maybe you want to find an alternative for yours, is chips. I still have chips and salsa a lot at our house. It is a great go-to snack for us. But I really watch what chips I buy now. So this is the brand. This is from Target that I have on hand now. And I love this because it's on the label. It says white corn, organic sunflower oil, and salt. That's all. So if you look at Tostitos, say, you see the ingredient list, it'll be a mile long. So really looking into your labels, you can still have really great things and not be depriving yourself as long as you're looking into your labels. All right, this guy. Okay, veggie straws. Better choice for your family? What do you think? I used to think so. I think at least they're getting a better choice of a chip, and maybe they're getting some source of vegetables. All right, let's take a peek. So it says 30% less fat, no artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. That's sounding better, right? So now I turn it around, and it says potato starch, potato flour, cornstarch. We've got some spinach powder. Is that going to be a serving of vegetables? No. Sugar, beet flour or beet powder, canola oil. All right, so we got some oils in here. Maybe not the best choice, right? So this isn't going to be a vegetable for my kids on their plate, but it could be a snack every now and then. But I'm not gonna get that to them on a regular basis. Okay. This one more so, I feel a little bit better doing that. So there's carbs all around us, and we think of the carbs being bad because of all the breads, all the cookies and things like that. But you know what? You can still have cookies if you really change up what ingredients you're using in your cookies. I use the Ben's crushed wheat flour now, which is not being stripped of all the nutrients that is found in wheat or in bread products. So I switched out those things, and I still can have cookies in our house and be feeling better about eating them. So again, if you're just choosing a white bread or a wheat bread, which is wheat bread is colored white bread. Tricky, huh? You're just taking in table sugar with no nutritional value whatsoever. So I'm telling you, you have better choices out there, but it doesn't mean you overdo it either. So grabbing good whole food carbohydrates like apples and vegetables of all choices. I've got some here in front of me. These are all carbohydrates too, and these are the ones that you really want to reach for on a regular basis. These are whole foods. So your whole food carbohydrates in this realm would be your sprouted grains, your brown rice, sweet potatoes, quinoa, things that have good nutritional, high fiber value to them, and you're still going to get a good carbohydrate for energy and not overdo it on the scale whenever it comes to weighing in. So I hope these tips were helpful to you. Read your labels, and I'm going to show some of these labels close up so that you can see what I was talking about and looking for, because I know you can make better choices too. Remember, having these better choices in your pantry is a smart thing, because you're going to be using them in your daily life eating, and you're going to see changes in your energy and see changes on the scale, rather than having this junk all the time around you and just always choosing that. So pick wisely, and you know that you're going to be a healthier person. Nobody likes to feel crummy, and that's what bad carbs do for you. They run you down, they make you feel sluggish, but if you're choosing the better products, you are going to have more energy, you're going to be clearer minded, and you're going to be having more energy to get your workouts in and make healthier choices, because your brain's going to be healthier for it too. So I hope all these things were helpful. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment below if you have any questions. I'd love to hear from you, and I cannot wait to see you on the next video.